what to do. Could somebody come and take me away? I've been in the deep without you, and I got it in my head night and day. But we are one step closer. We're all in this together. Put your hand in mine. Yeah, we are one step closer. Can you feel it, baby? It's the end of the line. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, moving on. Oh, oh. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, stay strong. Oh, oh. It looks like we. It looks like we. Yeah, it looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, stay strong. Oh, oh. It looks like we made it. Wake me from this dream I've been in. I need to get in closer to you. I swear you might exceed. Oh baby, I've been waiting for you. Now we are one step closer. We're all in this together. Put your hand in mine. Yeah, we are one step closer. Can you feel it, baby? It's the end of the line. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, moving on. Oh, oh. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, stay strong. Oh, oh. It looks like we. It looks like we. Yeah, it looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, stay strong. Oh, oh. It looks like we made it. Yeah, it looks like we. It looks like we. Yeah, it looks like we. It looks like we made it. It looks like we. Oh, it looks like we made it.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, and welcome back to Be More Super Live. It was like we never went away, Dan.
So we're consummate professionals. I've put more product in my hair since though, so you know, lots different, lots
It's
changing.
that Frank Grillo
That's it. That's it.
look. But how awesome was Jamie just then live
Mate.
on the show? Literally one happy fan here, and I could listen to her talk for absolutely hours. So professional, such an inspirational person, and I urge everyone to watch Lights Out and everything that she does in the future. She is directing her first project very, very soon. So let's try and get her on the show for that. What do you reckon?
Absolutely. I could listen to her all day. She's so deep and so, I don't know, so warm. She's got a genuine passion for a craft and she sees it in a different way. And I don't normally admit this because I'm in my early 40s now, but I actually learned something tonight. So that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. But this live stream is exclusively for the sponsors of this show. Every year they deliver so many great jaw-dropping auctions. And we've got Megan back from Propstore back onto the show to talk about the Entertainment Memorabilia live auction that is coming our way March 12th to the 14th. And we're going to see some of the amazing pieces that they're going to be putting under the hammer, as they say. So let's get Megan onto the show. We're going to go to a big screen just here. Here we go. Hello, Megan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah,
Can you hear
good,
me?
thank you. Yeah, it's great. I mean, what another awesome auction that Propstore is delivering yet again, literally out of the bag and straight away. I'm looking, what's behind you, and it's just exciting to see. Can you talk us through some of the pieces that are Avengers? Oh my God! I wish I had the money. If you could talk us through some of the pieces, Megan.
Sure. I actually kind of want to open that with Gimli's axe here. This is one of our prize possessions. It was sent to a licensee who then used it to reproduce toys and sent from production. So it is a production piece. It is an amazing piece. It's even got some of the information on it from, and I don't know if you can see this, but there's some great photos of this in the catalog.
Wow.
This is just, it's wonderfully, I mean, it's heavy, but I do believe that this was one of the stunt pieces that was used in the background. The close-up pictures show up a little bit for the action pieces. Those ones are a little bit heavier, but this one it's got so much intricate detail here, along here, as all of these etchings. I mean, this is just one of our favorite pieces in the auction, and it is set a reserve at $100,000 right now. So, and
Wow.
you can see the detail that they even did through the handle here. Again, there's a lot more pictures online right now that you can take a look at the detail, but the weathering. So this is from production from Lord of the Rings, Gimli's axe. And it was just one of my favorite pieces I wanted to be able to show you. As a hero, Be More Super, he's definitely one of my superheroes.
Oh,
So,
do you know what? Do you know
start.
what? And the fact that John Rhys Davies such a good egg as well. I met him and he's so funny. I actually fixed his phone for him because
Nice.
he asked me what I did for a day job. I said I was a phone shop manager, and he was still rocking a classic Nokia phone. It wasn't a smartphone, it was a Nokia phone with Mercedes above it. But such a great actor. And what's next, Megan?
What's next? We have our 10 Commandments. This is probably one of our older pieces, of course. These are not as heavy as they look. I am going to pick one up. But they were commissioned not commissioned, I'm sorry. They were specifically requested to be made in this fashion to represent truly a replica of the originals. And, you couldn't have asked for more beautiful and more condition of a piece from a film that is, mid-century. So this is one of our more classic vintage pieces. And of course, there's two of them. Beautiful, beautiful etch work. You can see some of the older styles of how they made props back in the day. And so this is one of those that you definitely want to collect, definitely want to put into your prop collection at home. And it's, of course, landing here. Sorry, it's a little heavier than I thought it was, but I don't know if you guys are a 10 Commandments fan at all, but these are just a great piece to have.
To be honest, it is a classic movie, and if I'm right in saying it's quite a long movie as well. It's quite the runtime is I think longer than Titanic, but again a classic movie. And then you've got a wonderful sword, and that sword, I've got to say, is instantly recognizable.
Well, I'm going to remove the second favorite piece of my of the collection here, but let me go ahead and just show you first, of course, the tartan. So this is the marriage tartan that Wallace and his lovely bride. It's wrapped around their hands when they do get married. So this is one of the tartans that we have. It has got you can't see it over here, sorry. I'm going to get a little close up there. It has got the straw embellishment here for the wedding. And it's just a beautiful piece. I wanted to bring it in and hang it on the sword because it was definitely a representation. We do not have the actual tartan on the sword here, but this claymore here, of course. So this one is super important because it is one of the only screen matched pummels that you see in the film. We have it screen matched here at the top, And you can see the craftsmanship. Now, what we did do is, because when we received this, they had actually removed the blade in production for some reason, and so we recreated the blade using another original blade from the film, and had this recreated. And the artistry on this, that they even recreated it all the way down to the dents of the actual original blade. And so it is a nice complete piece for anybody who is interested in collecting this. It is, again, it's was used for the scene where he plummets it down into the grass, and then they use that as inspiration for their promotional material. So this is a really great piece to own, because it's screen matched. It's one of a kind.
Megan,
and you can
the
see
first
a
thing
lot
that
of the
strikes me about that is the actual size of it. Now, I'm not going to ask you age, but I am going to ask you how tall you are, just for the, just for sheer scale for the people at home. I mean, that is a big stag of a sword. That's a good 5-footer, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's got to be 5'2". Actually, the measurements are, sorry, they're in there, they're published, so you can go online and see. But yes, I mean, and it's not that light. I mean, for somebody to be wielding this around, especially, of course, Mel Gibson, this, you have to have the muscles for it. I'm barely keeping it off the floor right now. So, but it's a great piece. It's a very magical piece. I love this one. I know you guys were excited to see it.
Oh yeah, to be honest, the only version I've actually seen is the one where it's like retractable. The blade is slightly retractable, but again, it's from a key scene where he puts it into the ground and you see it waving forwards and backwards, which is iconic, isn't it, from the film? It really is. It's used in everything to promote that film. And then right next to you there is an interesting book.
I can't even pick it up. This is so heavy, but this is a practical use mummy. This is Book of the Living, right? So they had the Book of the Dead and then Book of the Living. And if I could turn the pages, unfortunately, we've got it in such a way where I can't turn the pages, but they do turn, they do open. And in every bit of it, there is this intricate artwork that you see, the hieroglyphics. This is just an amazing, and when I say practical, it does snap shut. It does turn the pages. I mean, they went to so much work for this piece. It's just one of the most beautiful and heavy pieces that I have ever seen. Do take a look online, because you can see all of the rest of the pages in there. Again, I can try and lift it. Oh, okay, I'm not going to lift that. That is almost as heavy as a real Thor hammer. But no, this is a really good one to look up, because of course it's used in the search of the movie, and really fun piece to have, really fun piece to show off.
Do you know what? It must make the people that make these so proud to see their pieces being adored like this. So the person that actually made this book and carved out all those symbols, the amount of work that go into these are crazy. To say, it's just amazing. It really is.
Yeah, complete. It's made of metal. I mean, it's just, and then painted gold, of course, to look like gold. But I mean, it's as heavy as gold. Seriously heavy, but really great. I mean, now I know for Be More Super, you guys wanted to go onto the superheroes, so please, I didn't leave you out on. Here's our superhero collection all along here, and we'll start with, of course, Age of Ultron. This is a chess piece that was used. It does light up. Of course, it doesn't look like the final piece because of CGI. However, it was made, we believe it to be made by Legendary. And it is made of urethane, so it's not actually that heavy, but it does have this intricate padding underneath. All of these pieces, the raised pieces, the back, I mean, this is very indicative of that quality that you see in a lot of these Avenger movies and Iron Man. So, of course, this is, then we go down to Guardians of the Galaxy, but did you guys have any questions about this one first?
Have you tried it on?
I plead the fifth. I don't think I'm allowed to.
Bless you. So the emblem in the middle, would that been worn by Tony Stark?
Yeah, so this is, yes, the Mach 4 Iron Man version.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, brilliant.
yep.
Yeah, because I saw the emblem in the middle, and it was instant for
Middle.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, exactly. You knew exactly who this was from. Sorry, I didn't even say Iron Man, but yes, that's Age of Ultron Avengers. So.
No, that's awesome.
Iron Legion. I'm sorry, Iron Legion. Thank you, Chuck. I've got some ears over here. And then, of course, moving on to Guardians of the Galaxy. This is Star-Lord's blaster, and I mean, this is some of the detail on this. I just kind of have to show off, even though you can see the pictures. I mean, they even went as far as colorizing the end here to signify the heat. This is a right-handed gun. There's an actual stopper point where your hand just rests, so you couldn't even, as a left-hander, I mean, I suppose, but it really stops you. So I love the detail on this because made for, of course, our Star-Lord. And you can see the gold, the silver here, the purple, the blue. I mean, this was just, I love how intricate that they made this. And it's actually very hefty. It's pretty, has metal parts to it. It's, however, it's not as heavy as a Thor hammer, but I can imagine him getting a little tired wielding this around in the movie. So just wanted to show that off here. You can see the little vents too.
That is awesome. I mean, he had two of them, didn't he? So obviously, if they're quite heavy, I suppose you can imagine what it was like to be on set. I mean, I presume they would be in the holsters as well, and be using them. So he must be working out quite a lot to be able to move them about.
Well, and speaking of working out,
Yeah,
we have Thor's
yes!
hammer. This is oh no, I'm kidding. This is a stunt one. So it is a lot lighter, of course, and you can tell the difference between, of course, the first and second movies. The second one has a little bit more detail down here. I believe it's got a metal covering here. And we don't see a lot of these coming out from the first movie. So that's why this one is pretty unique. It's pretty fantastic to have in our auction because the detail on this one, you see them progress in the further movies. And for some reason, these just don't appear into Propstore's hands as frequently. So we were pretty lucky to get this one. But it's nice and lightweight. I'm not going to swing it around or anything, but just wanted to show that off. And you can see all of the detail that these always come with. So. And I heard the gasp. So who's the major Thor fan here?
Oh, that's me, Megan. I'm well into my protein shakes and big long blonde hair. I always, since I saw Point Break and saw the long hair on those Australian guys and Patrick Swayze, I was like, well, this is my new personality now. So anything that now Chris Hemsworth has subsequently, has been in his career, I'm now a huge fan. That's it, and I just want to look like him and have hair like Frank Grillo.
And to be honest, move over Chris Hemsworth because it's all about Hugh Jackman. I'm not being funny. We're all looking forward to seeing him in Deadpool 3, but talk about that
That's
again.
true.
Instantly recognizable.
Instantly, yes. This is actually from the first X-Men movie. Wolverine, he wears it in Canada when he's, trying to persuade somebody to come back to the institution. You've got his plaid shirt with it. I mean, this is such a great piece. It's got all of the distressing that you want from this piece, from this movie, and looks very wearable. I have not tried this one on. They wouldn't let me, so I really wanted to.
Megan, it's had Hugh Jackman in it. I'd be smelling it straight away. And if Hugh Jackman's had that on, I'd have it in and around my face.
Okay. Well, you can make an appointment and come on in. And no, I don't think so. Got to fly out here. But no, I mean, give the shirt a little bit due notice here. And then, of course, it's lovely lined. I mean, this is just, it's a classic leather jacket for Hugh Jackman, of course. And then we have his from the Wolverine movie. His aluminum, these are very, very lightweight, aluminum claws. and then of course they're connected by a metal piece here, but you know, I mean, I can't even profess to look anything like him, but I do feel very powerful holding these. And these are resin right here.
Megan, I'm going to need to know, and I know you're probably going to plead the fifth on it. Have you had them in both hands and then done the shing? You know what I mean? You've done like the pose and the claws have kind of touched and you pull them apart. Are you allowed to tell me you've done that?
There's a photo out there somewhere, I think, of me doing that. So I can't plead the fifth.
It means you've done it correctly.
Do you know what? I would love to see the staff parties at Propstore. Do you know what I mean? You know, after a few sherbets, do you know what I mean? Someone running down the hallway in Hugh Jackman's jacket, you know, but I'm sure you don't do that.
No, not at all. Not at
No,
all.
no. We're very kind and very proper to our props and costumes. So, but going back to a few more classics here that I wanted to show off. Of course, we've got another superhero Batman. This is a cowl that was made for production. It is unfinished, but it is made for the first movie. So, of course, Michael Keaton, it's form fitted to him, and you know, the original not the original Batman, the original movie Batman-ish.
Yeah.
Original,
yeah, we'll give him that.
80s Batman.
Yeah.
There's been a few, but an iconic man and a wonderful actor, and this was made for him. So it's a really wonderful, great piece. And if you add on his Batarang and his, oh my goodness, which one? The Batbola, yes. Sorry, I always get these two mixed up. Then you have a lovely collection that you can brag about. But this guy is pretty fun. I don't really want to twist him too much because he does have a spring, and it can.
Good Lord.
Chop off my hand, I think.
I
That's
didn't expect
dangerous.
it to have a spring in there. That's actually wow.
How is that? Yeah. It actually goes all the way, but you got to hold it, or else it's just going to spring right back at you.
That is so cool.
Wow. That does a lot more than what I thought it was going to, Megan. That's again, I can feel my wallet aching.
Yeah, screaming.
Oh no! Oh no! Hold on. I know this goes on here. There we go. There we go. And then this one, it's just an adorable piece. It is static, though. It doesn't actually twist or anything, but it's a really great piece here. So I just wanted to show that off.
Look at that. And bear in mind, Megan, I don't know if you know, but that version of Batman, the Michael Keaton 1989 movie, over in the UK, we didn't have anything in between a Universal movie and a movie that you had to be 15 to watch. So they introduced a brand new rating class purely for that movie, and it was the 12 rating. And Brian and I were like 9, 10 years old when it came out, and we all had to sneak into the cinemas and pretend to put a deep voice on to go and see that. That for people our age has got quite some significance to it. I have never been so excited to see some purely because of the way they had to make up a rating for it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, totally worth it. But that is a pretty dark movie to see at the age of what, you were 9?
Yeah, so especially the bit
10.
where he gets in with the buzzer next, when he gives him the buzzer and he electrocutes the guy at the table. Like, I kind of realized at that point, I should not be watching this film. I should.
Well, I'm glad you made it out alive. But do you remember? Can you
this is the bit
pinpoint
I've been most excited about. Is it the shirt we're looking at? Yeah.
Yeah.
Either one. Just move this guy over a little bit. Well, I want to show you the guitar first, of course.
Of course.
The funny thing is I remember this being a lot bigger, and then when I came out, and I was like, well, whose mini guitar is that? Because it wasn't, to me, it was, I guess, Michael J. Fox is bigger than life, of course, and then he does the one strum and gets thrown against the wall. But this is actually from the production. The person who is consigning it said that it's the only one ever made, and it is in that opening film of one of our beloved trilogies, Back to the Future. So I definitely wanted to show this off because this is such a beautiful piece and it's such great condition too. It's too bad it doesn't come with the absolutely massive amplifier, but
the one that says "Are you nuts" on the side of it when you turn it up. Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, Megan,
then,
when you see many people making their lists of greatest movies of all times, Back to the Future absolutely tops many of them because it is the perfect family movie. It is absolutely perfect. And regardless of all the time paradoxes and all the the debunking it's had over the years, but I am an absolute Back to the Future nerd, and this shirt here, I have tried to get some terrible remakes of it, and I've never seen one that good.
Well, I mean, this is in mint condition, and this is the one that is seen when he jumps off the ridge and hides into the cave right after he hides the DeLorean. So he is actually in the past wearing this shirt, this version, screen matched. I couldn't even believe it when we got it. I was like, somebody must have spot cleaned it after that scene because he was an absolute mess. And this is in such beautiful, beautiful condition. But because of the embroidery, it's easy to see that this is the shirt from that scene. So, I definitely wanted to show you off. It's very lightweight, which is very surprising. I mean, this is it's a super lightweight twill, cotton twill. So in case you're still trying to knock it off, although I'd rather you just buy the original,
Good Lord.
Yes,
it's worth it.
Yes,
it's
Dan,
worth every
buy
penny.
the original.
May I honestly I'm genuinely having a proper old geekgasm just sat in this corner right now where I am. That is absolutely insane. You've got the guitar from the opening scene and the shirt from the third movie. I don't know what to do. And when the moment that you talk about, I'm going to tell you what a geek I am. The moment that you talk about when he does have the DeLorean is November the 5th. In 1955 is the date that he goes back to in that movie.
So it's in 1850.
Sorry, 1855. My apologies. Yes, it's November the 5th anyway, and I remember it really well. I'm absolutely.
I think it's 1885. It's 1885.
Yeah,
Sorry,
1885.
55 is the 90s, isn't it? Sorry, yes, it's 1885, but it's November the 5th because he's in the Old West for a week, and he goes back on November the 12th. God, I'm annoyed I know that, if I'm honest.
But no, I look forward to seeing.
I only know that she wears a bustle dress, and the bustle dress is 1880s.
Yes,
that's what you get the costumer coming out there.
Yeah.
So Back to the Future, which does always well in these auctions, from the hoverboards to the shirts. I mean, it's sort of a range of props and costumes that collectors go mad over, and rightly so. It's such a classic movie. It really, really is. Have you got anything else?
Yeah. I mean, I do. I just prepared these ones. I can at least talk about 007 James Bond, his suit. This is a Sean Connery suit. So one of my favorite Bonds, of course. Wow. And I mean, if you wanted to scan a little bit over, so sorry. Wasn't intending to talk about him, but this suit is in impeccable condition, and you can see the height. I didn't realize Sean Connery was so tall, but you can see the height difference between just me and, well, this is Marty. So, but he's not on a real mannequin, so ignore that. But Sean's suit, it comes with the pants, it comes with the jacket, the shirt, the tie, and his shoes. So, I mean, it's a complete ensemble, perfect for display. And one of our, what I call vintage collections, because we do have quite a bit that are from that mid-century or even a little bit later mid-century films that starred some of our legendary actors and actresses. So this is one of them. And he's not meant to be stuck in a corner, but we had to set this up for you guys.
It's all right. He is overlooking the rest. Sean Connery is also one of my favorites. He's just a fantastic actor. We always ask you, Megan, every time you're on the show, is there a certain piece that you think, or is there a favorite piece of your you know, of the auction that you just think is amazing personally?
There is, and I chose not to show it today because it's so big and so fragile. I don't want to move it.
It's okay.
And I shouldn't say it's so fragile, but it's the Audrey Hepburn Sabrina dress. That is my favorite. And I mean, we there's so many photographs of it. You can see the side-by-side comparisons online, and it is actually in great condition. And that's why I don't want anything to happen to it. And I know you guys like to do superheroes, so she is my superhero, but she's not a superhero in the classic sense. So, but yes, that is definitely. And then I actually did bring this one over. This is one of my favorites. You know, I mean, where did you find the wood for all of this rocking chair? Do you guys recognize this guy?
No.
No.
I'm gonna
say
I don't recognize it.
Is
You're
it
gonna
a horror
say it,
movie?
and you're gonna say it, and I'm instantly gonna.
No, Betty the elf would be sorely disappointed to know
Oh,
that
really?
his creation wasn't recognized.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, buddies. Oh, we're on the naughty list
Christmas
now,
movie.
Dan. We're on the naughty
Well,
list.
that's it. I tell you where it is, Megan. You know, somebody 10 years younger than us would have got that straight away. It's because we're man-child that never got out of the 80s. And we were about 25 when Elf came out. So, you know what I mean? Like, we Elf was one of those movies that we just used to just sit and list out the actors to when we were 25, sat around a bit drunk. So we're not gonna remember the props as much as Marty's shirt, par exemple.
All right. Well, then I have one more for you, if you don't mind hanging on. I got one more.
Yeah,
Hold on.
that's fine.
While Megan's gone to find that, Brian, I was just having a look on the website on the auction. The shirt, Marty's shirt, it starts off at 15K, and the guitar is 3 times that at least. like, and rightly so, rightly so.
Okay.
Oh,
Is that the
Chase.
is that the
National
passport?
Lampoons. Yeah.
Wow.
Is that is it European Vacation? Is it?
Yes. It's the European Vacation passports. This is
That
actually
is
my favorite
so
National
cool.
Lampoon movie.
Those are some very flattering passport photos, Megan. Like, look at the mum there. She's very glamorous there, isn't she?
Yes.
You won't get that in England. We all
No.
look like we've been convicted of something.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Good. Well, I thought you guys might like that because you're 80s fans. Oh.
Megan,
Big fun.
that has been wonderful having you on, showing us a showcase of these awesome props, and this is only like a slither of what you've got on for offer. Obviously, for anyone watching and listening, March the 12th to the 14th, you can register today on Propstore auction.com. Get on there from the 12th to the 14th. I'm going to be watching live. Cannot wait. But thank you, Megan, so much for coming back onto the show and chatting about these pieces.
Thank you for having me. It's always a joy. Love talking to you guys.
See you later.
Right.
Thank you.
Look after yourself. Goodbye. Keep safe. And we'll
Bye.
see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay.